And welcome back, everybody, to Game Arena Valorant Act 3. We just saw the battle of Cleveland State University, where CSU Green managed to eke out a very, very close fracture against CSU White. They're going to be taking on Ohio State Scarlet in the semifinals, but what we're focused on right now is the Akron Gold versus the Sussy players. Sussy players are reigning champions right now, dropped down to the 3 seed, managed to take the win over Marion Tech leaders in the quarterfinals, and now facing off against Akron, where we saw them first map of the pool play on Abyss. We're going to have to see how this match pans out. I'm joined by Booney on the cast. Booney, what are your thoughts on both these teams and the maps we get to play today?
I mean, I think we've been talking basically the entire break of how this is probably going to be one of our closest games of the whole tournament here between Akron and the Sussy players. Sussy players, of course, going for that repeat, but Akron trying to block it off. And honestly, I like how we're doing kind of the LeBron James, kind of flow here. We went from Cleveland versus Cleveland to now Akron. We're just absolutely LeBron pilled here. But I think going in here onto Abyss, we're seeing some different maps that we saw from our first game. Of course, both those maps from our first game being banned, so we're not going to see them anytime soon. But honestly, this is probably going to be the match to watch if you're going to watch any of them in this tournament, as this should be, we're hoping for a map 3 banger here. We saw these teams go at it in the group play, and it was a very close match, and now very different looks for both these teams, honestly, from what we saw in our first match, even for meta-wise or comp selection. So we're going to get a completely new game, completely new setup, and now both these teams, of course, just locked in. Get that sip of the air drink there, young fella. You got a long game ahead of you here, as you got locked back in here. And I'm honestly just so excited to get into Abyss here.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, this is not the composition that Sussy players rolled out on. They were rocking with the Astra and the Cypher. Now instead, Vaspiro moves on to the Viper, and Noodle, who was in the game that we saw, at least on a Sky, is going over onto the Clove. So this is a completely different composition. Also, the ISO is in play too. This kind of tells me that the Sussy players, they want to play aggressive on this map. They want to go fast. They want to hit hard. We'll see if the deadlock from D10, which we haven't seen in play this entire tournament, will be enough to deter that for Akron Gold. Akron starting off the attack, 4-1 split towards the B site, which is undefended right now.
Yeah, we'll probably just see a quick little retake. We do see a quick rotate, though, coming through from the Sussy players right through mid there, as Donkey open things up with a nice kill over on towards Kirsch, shuts that Astra right down, and now it's going to be a 5-on-4 retake here. Over on towards the B site, did get planted up. Walking through, but Shepard finding Noodle. Bo Shamson using that ISO. Good, once again, claim control of the high ground here, walking through. Bit of a sofa using that recon dart for a bit of information, but still walking in. 4-on-3, numbers advantage here, equalizing, but still just one back and forth, and Kobe will find 2. That might just do it, as Shamson will light things up. And look at the hype of this team. They know they're in for a long one, but that first pistol will go a long way.
And that's one of the things that Sussy players always bring. They always bring energy, no matter who they're facing off against, no matter if they're down or up. They are, every single win, they're high-fiving, they're clapping, they're yelling throughout the arena. They are a team that does not let their foot off the pedal, no matter where they're at in the game. And you can see full buys, rifles all across the board, other than Donkey with that new Outlaw in hand and the new regen shield to play with as well. He's going to be holding down mid, a 2-1-2 split for the defense here, and Akron just trying the same thing again, hoping something sticks.
Yeah, looking to walk in here. Bit of an early drone coming out from Atrium, looking to clear out this site on towards B. It looks to be a quick B hit for the Akron Gold squad, but a 1-for-1 exchange here in the kill feed. Spike's still not quite planned just yet. Potentially a change of plane from Akron, but doesn't look like they stick to this one. They're going to have the lurk here from their Astra right back towards their spawn, potentially, but they get the plant over on towards B. A 4-on-4 retake needed for Sussy players, but they're taking heavy control for now.
Yeah, Akron Gold doing a great job of getting onto site in the first place. Not many teams can say that when they're down in numbers facing off against Rifles, but the Rifles will usually win in that Shepard situation. Shepard does find his second for the round. Dash primed and ready, but only one bullet in the chamber, has to get out and traded by Noodle. But the spike is ticking down. It's a situation that Donkey has to defend, and Guardian in hand. The damage has been dealt. Kobe cleans that one up, and a quick 2-0 lead for the Sussy players.
Here you can just again see the excitement coming through from these teams. We're seeing some quick A hit or some quick site hits here from Akron Gold, but Sussy players just playing these retakes so fluent, just so fluidly, just walking up into A heaven, taking their angles, getting the picks, winning the 1v1s, and honestly, if not for Shepard, this would be a much different game so far for Akron Gold. But we do finally have a bye here, trying to convert on this bonus is going to be Sussy players. If they can do just that, that might just give themselves a great start in this series. But Akron Gold having a big gun advantage here for this round, looking to take a bit of a mid pusher. Going in towards the A site, and Shepard once again opens things up with the kill over, and Samson shuts down the ISO. And 3 quick ones come through for Akron. No fight whatsoever coming through from the Sussy players, as they might just have to vent away from this one and not have to give up any more weaponry or guns here. But the drone not gonna find too much coming out for Akron, as Donkey still holding on to this weapon, but it's gonna be very tough for Sparrow and Donkey to take this one back.
Yeah, that was a really nice smoke by the Astra for Akron, making an opening through mid, so there's an opportunity for a sneak. Donkey does manage to get one, and a dash out, updraft to the sky, but only a shooting target for Atrim to click down. So Akron now on the board as we enter our first full buy round on both sides.
Yeah, and a very good anti-bonus there. You know, only losing one player there is very good in terms of their economy here. But now we're getting the full buy coming through once again from the Sussy players. Looking for a bit of a split defense here. We got a couple in mid, more on B, and only the one on A. So we'll see where they decide to go here. Looks like maybe potentially an A lean here for the attackers from Akron Gold, but Spiral trying to shut that one down here as well. Still, both these teams, you can tell a lot more fundamentals from VALORANT from what we saw in our last series. Holding these angles, holding the corners. Still a 2-for-2 exchange here towards the A site for both these teams, as Spiral begins to walk back and forth, trying to get some reinforcements here from A heaven, but looks like Akron gonna get walled off here. Can't quite push in towards that A site for now. Looking for maybe a rotate. We do have a mid lurk coming through as well from the Sova, trying to get something from Atrium, trying to maybe lock this site down, but CB not quite giving up just yet. The Clove is still hanging out over there for now. And both these teams, once again, such a tight series, you can tell. Don't make the mistake.
They don't want to make the mistake. I believe the op was retrieved. No, it was not actually retrieved towards the mid side of the map. So Kobe trying to figure out where this push is going to go. Atrim is going to break the door, make the first noise, and catch the kill onto Vaspiro, opening up the site. Now it's just Kobe, lone survivor, towards the side of A. Tries to escape, tries to get this regroup through with Noodle. They want to fight back as a duo here, and they have the guns to do it. They realize all 3 players are out towards main. They're going to be able to take back this space, and with the Clove smoke, smoke off main and force the engagement. They're actually going to smoke off bridge for the plan.
Smoking off bridge. The drone is going to find the kill over, or find the mark over on towards Noodle, knowing where that Clove is for this defense of their position of the spike. But Kobe finally killing opposite number. Still now a 1v2. The Clove going for that defuse will be shut down, and we're now equalized at 2 apiece.
A great equalization, a great clap back from Akron. Did get a bit worried there when that smoke was, you know, obscured with the new VALORANT update. You cannot see, you can't make pings into the smoke and see where they are, so you can't go for those lineup like just bullet shots. You need to be able to, I guess, hit your shots on the spike, and with guns like Vandals, sometimes hard to do that. But speaking of guns, Sussy players now down on weaponry. They're looking to deny this position on mid. Akron Gold has taken towards it for the last 2 rounds, but that's not what they're doing this round. They're switching up the playbook again. They're moving towards the B site. Nice shock dart, though, to try and deter some of that early presence.
Curse shutting down Donk is a good start, though. With Shamshin here, will still have the kill contract ready to go. Do they opt in to use it here over on towards the site? They'll be walking into the Blade Storm. See exactly where they decided to go here. Spike was planted over on towards the B site once again. Kobe looking for a bit of information with that drone, but Shepard still holding on to this Blade Storm on the shore. Again, neither team still looking for that first pick, and Shamshin finding another one here. That's 2 for the ISO. The Spiral responding back with the kill over on a share. Still very back for Shamshin with the third here. Does Shamshin use this kill contract now? 5 HP from Atrium and gets killed by the utility. And that's a great bounce back round here for Sussy players.
And they did that with no guns as well, proving that their retake is just as strong. The difficult thing about playing against Akron's comp is if Akron gets on site, they have the deadlock wall and they have a lot of defensive utility with the shock darts, aftershocks from the breach and the Sova to sort of stall out on the point. But Sussy players managed to get the kills first, then go for the spike defuse. That's sort of what they need to do, or just deny the plant in this case. A very kind of difficult thing to do playing with a Clove that isn't setting up mid, so you can see now Noodle making that rotation over to mid. Clove has limited smoke range in a sense. He wants to be able to help out on either side of the map, and Donkey going to be the first one to find a pick, but immediately traded back by Shepard, who's just been firing on all cylinders today.
And once again, a quick B hit here for Akron, but the Hunter's Fury come out here trying to deny that plant in the default spots. Not going to do any damage. In fact, he's caught in the aftershock in the meanwhile. Might get punched here. Kobe, 32 HP, and Shepard once again through the wall, finding another one in this round. Noodle coming on through with Vespiro, but Vespiro finding 2 quick response here. A very back and forth affair, but with Spiral using the ultimate over on towards the point, Sussy players might just brought some back. It's just Cursed in the 1v3. Noodle going for the defuse. There's going to be so hard to bring this one back for the team. Cursed does get 1, but that'll be all she wrote as Vespiral finds the 3rd round.
Yeah, and these retakes towards the B site are just looking so strong for the side of Sussy players. They're fine to give it up. They're fine with just trading 1 for 1 at the start. They know that their retake is going to be a lot stronger. They have the double duelist composition to sort of push through in, and the trading that they've been doing has been so good. Granted, the ideas that Akron have been putting up are very solid. We'll have to see what they try to do on this attack side of the map with weaker guns. They're opting for a Judge, which on a map as big as Abyss is, I'm really interested to see how that's going to pan out.
And of course, still having the Not Dead Yet ready to go for the side of Sussy players, it gives them another avenue to give another player potentially in this game so far. Shamshin holding things down. Over on towards the A site. Looks like they're maybe expecting an A hit for now. Putting more of their attack, more of the defenders over on that side, being a 3-1 split over on towards B. But of course, knowing the Blaze Storm is active for Donkey with the Operator. That's really all they need here. Blaze Storm still ready to go, but Operator will find the opening kill over onto Cursed. And with that Astra down, will make things tough. The Bear comes out from D10. Looking for another plant over on towards the B site. Akron really having no want to go over towards the A sites, and right now with Kobe and Curse both taken down, it's a 4-on-3 advantage for Sussy on their retake. 34 HP
here
for the deadlock, and it's looking pretty tough right now as A having B having control completely here for Sussy players looking to walk out, get opening kills, but Spiro lands the shots, and that will be yet another round going to Sussy players as they take a 3-round advantage here.
And you can see Sussy players definitely getting confident, definitely getting in their groove. Had a couple slips ups early in the game, but now they're beginning to feel themselves on the defender side of Lotus, aside on such a big map where you could even argue that they're not the most favored. They're running a double duelist comp on this defensive side, and they're still doing that well. So it's a perfect time for Akron to call this timeout. Something in the playbook is not working right.
Yeah, no, you can see the coach getting right in their ears there, letting them know what they need to change here. We're seeing a lot of just quick B hits here. I don't know if you want to switch things up and go over towards the A site, which, I mean, A, of course, with the bridge and everything, and A having control for the defenders, looking pretty tough to push, but B site has not been working so far, as Vespiro has been able to shut that down pretty effectively with a couple good placements of the utilities. And I don't know if we're going to maybe go for a mid-clear, potentially. We're seeing a lot of kind of lurkers coming through for the Sussy player, just hanging out in that mid area, waiting for the call to be made of where the attackers are coming from. And most of the time it has been that B site, so they've been able to make the quick rotates and get in a position to find these kills. But Sussy players, like you said, look to be just brimming with confidence so far in the cams, in the game, in the map, in the lobby, and it's showing right now. Timeout expiring, ready to go back in here. Akron looking for answers on the attack.
Akron looking for answers. They will have the Bladestorm online. Going to utilize that this round for sure. And it's going to be an A hit, but this is the site that Vice is probably just selected for this specific site for this reason. A site so favorable with that wall, just in the only choke that they can push through with so many Razor Vines in their face, and Shamson shuts down the initial push, and Shepard was just trapped over there. The wall instantly procs, no follow-up, no trade, leaving the entirety, the team from Akron, just fight back through main after that wall drops, but with a numbers disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, that's your Bladestorm down basically instantly. Can't even pop any of the knives, put any more damage over on the side. Now Vespiro once again shutting down, but Atrium gonna get caught in towards the edge. Albin shuts that down. The kill contract is going to be secured, and yet another round will be secured for Sussy players. A flawless victory, and you can just see the pop-offs coming through from them in the cams there. Ready to bring it home. A 6-2 advantage on Abyss so far, looking fantastic.
And one of the things that OSU Scarlet did a lot more against the Sussy players, which allowed them to take the victory over Sussy in the first map of pool play, was a lot more push towards the mid side of the map. And you can see that's finally what Akron is going for. They haven't really tested mid yet through the library side, only walking across catwalk. This might be their first concerted effort towards a mid push. The only disadvantage is they're down in guns. Sheriffs across the board, 1 hero rifle to count for, but not much else as they slowly begin their creep up.
Yeah, slowly going back towards that A site. Appears that might be the call. Maybe trying to force out some utility. Again, very down on the weaponry here, but if they can get some exchanges, it wouldn't be too bad moving forward in the series. But still right now, both teams just concerting over on towards the A and mid areas. The B completely held down by the defense right now. Sussy players having 2 members locking that site down. And once again, it's just Vespiro here alone on the A site, but they've been doing a fantastic job so far of keeping this by themselves. And now we do have Shepard being caught a bit out of position on the bridge. No real smoke card for that one. Didn't check the corners. And now Chris comes in back in with the Sheriff. They're going to exchange, though. The Resurrect comes on through from Noodle, though once again going for the kill, but gets trapped. Now they're all but finding nothing here. Now Akron, despite the gun disadvantage, have brought themselves right back in this round. The shock dart is going to land on the plant spot. I thought it bounced off the wall somewhere else, but it was a great shock dart from Kobe. I'll never talk bad on Goat again. Now it's 1-on-2 over on towards the site here. Cursed has to reload at just the wrong time. And Sussy players, despite the gun disadvantage, Akron making it close. But Sussy gives themselves their 7th round.
Yeah, and there's just no answer for the wall that Vespiro's putting up right now. You have to clear him from that position, but the way that he's playing, he's not giving you the angle. He's not giving you the opportunity to do that. And with Vice, it's, I mean, change the Razor Vine position a tiny bit, change your flash position a bit so they can't break it, but it's the exact same wall up over and over again, and it feels like Akron Gold are just running into it. This time, I'm a bit more enthusiastic because they're trying out this smoke play. They're trying to break into secret, sneak on Vespiro from both sides, and they're hitting it super fast. They know they need to take down Vespiro if they want a chance in this map. Vespiro holding down the line. Can he survive? Can he get one? Can he get more? No, he cannot. Shuts down. For this point in time, is that too little too late?
Yeah, and we are going to have Noodle getting stuck in that ultimate, getting walked right on in, and that will be a quick one for D10. And now a 4-on-3 advantage right now for Akron Gold on the A sites. Nova Spear for the retake. Shock Dart not gonna land. The shit comes out here, but the crosshair cannot be there for D10. But the kills are here for Akron. Kobe trying to make it close, but Akron finds themselves the third round in the map so far. And like you said, we finally saw a bit of a change in game plan there, and it seemed to work for them as Vespero could not just shut down the A site by themselves. Might need some adjustment here from the defense if this continues.
Yeah, I think what such players are going to want to do, they're going to want to put more presence over towards that mid site. The issue is that every single time you're able to let Cursed get that smoke and allow access to the second angle on A site, Vespero now has to be watching on two sides. And sure, they can be good for their one, but they have to give up sight. It takes too long for the rotation to come in. Akron Gold are going to switch it up this time. A very default Astra wall. This may not necessarily pull rotators, but it looks like such players are reading it correctly with all the noise that is being put through. Smokes are in, but Donkey gets the first kill just with that shorty.
I mean, we've seen every round so far. Basically, Shepherd goes in the sacrificial lamb. The lamb to slaughter, the Shepherd. There's some kind of pun there, I don't exactly know, but... And then D10 just follows up with a kill. So now a 4-on-4 over on towards the site, but control is here for Akron Gold. Still a 3-on-3 now. Both these teams not giving any ground on the B site. Hatred taking some damage from Kobe, just spamming through that smoke. Will find the kill on the opposing Sova. And right now the default, or the defuse is being kind of tagged back and forth right now. Pros don't fake here. Shamson holds that one down. They're not going to get in time. And the defuse is there. As Shamson, no fear, locks that down.
Yeah, and it was a great defense set up. You can see the team of Akron, they had that pull set up. What Sussy players tried to do is they tried to basically body block the pull, make sure that Shamson could keep sticking on that defuse, and then immediately afterwards, there's just a hold of the angle, allowing Shamson to keep themselves there. This round, though, looks very promising for Akron. It looks like Vespero's trying to make a read, trying to go over towards the B site, but Akron's actually going to be hitting A, and they have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Hunter's Fury to do it, but it's actually going to be a defensive-sided Hunter's Fury, clearing out Atrum, denying an opposing one, and with a numbers advantage, with kills coming in on the site, all in favor of the Sussy players. It's all in the back of Rogel and Curse. They need to do something big here. Rolling Thunder is actually going to be used, but it only finds one, and it's a very costly round that Akron ends up losing in the end.
It's a halftime switch, so that's probably why they threw the ultimate out there. It was a 9-3 scoreline, so can't bring that with you. Using the roll thunder, I mean, made it close. We're all going finding 3 with just the pistol there with the Sheriff, making it pretty damn close. But it's Sussy players, a big advantage right now for them in the series, in the map, a 9-3 scoreline coming in, and we've seen just really no like standout player from Sussy. Just all around great team coordination, great calls. The IGLing has been immaculate so far from them. Reading these rotates, reading these attacks, and knowing exactly where to go to retake. We see all those diffuses there on the scorecard, knowing exactly where to go to shut that down. And we gotta see if there's any adjustments coming from Akron on the defense. We've seen Shepherd kind of going for the 1-for-1 exchanges every time, but maybe just not exactly what the team needs right now.
And D10 trying to be as much of a thorn in the side of Sussy players as Vespero was to Akron. The wall gets immediately broken though, which tells me Sussy players, they want to play out this map. They want to keep the option of going to both sides, but it's really just going to be an A hit. Fast, hard, and very, very aggressive. D10 holding the line though, but peeked from all different angles, and him and Rogel are both going to fall down. The plant's going to come in, and the numbers are going to be in favor of Sussy.
And Doodle fell off the map, excuse me? That could be costly, because now it's a 3-on-3. You hate to see it as we go on here for Akron, knowing that the Clove has taken themselves out of this fight here. Looks for the walk-in for the retake 3-on-3, but look at this aggressive push here for the defenders walking out, looking for a skill, but Donkey finding 2. Curse tries to bring it back here now. Goes for the tap on the spikes. Now 1v1, but Vespero once again. You absolutely just see the flexing there in the mid from the half player. Just brings the energy right back to the team. And despite Noodle's best efforts, Sussy players won the round.
Yeah, and that's a big win for them. Get the economy in their favor. And Noodle obviously still going to be able to get a rifle at the end of this round. But it looks like Akron Gold, they're going to buy into this. They want to bank it all here. They realize that the lead is so much in favor of the Sussy players. But are they going to get punished for it? No. Shepard catches one and actually manages to get out in that situation. And now the two-player hold, support being called for, being pushed back in. And this might actually be a difficult place for Sussy players to break into.
Yeah, just a great shot from Shepard there. Great angle to take. Stops that aggressive push from coming onto the B side. Kind of shuts that down before it really begins. However, it appears Sussy players still kind of posturing over towards the B site for now. Vespiral rotating back over onto the A. Maybe trying to get some information. Maybe trying to draw some rotations, but not working. Going instead opting into the mid push. Still, both these teams, Akron feeling it a little bit after Shepard opens things up real quick with a nice shot. Shuts things down for Sussy. Now Sussy has to make some adjustments, but Vespiral is set up still in this mid lurk. But Cursed may be quite ready for that one to come on through. But now the fight over on towards the B site has begun, and Shepard shuts that down just as quick as it started. A 3K for the Jets. And now it's just Cursed against Vespiral. Vespiral getting pincered. Nowhere to go. And that will be Akron taking yet another round. Shepard, a great showing.
Yeah, Shepard with those defensive shots with that Sheriff. I mean, goes out and takes the aggressive angle to start the round. And then as the side of Sussy players slowly push in. That's a great way to reset the economy. Give yourself an advantage in your side. Look at the economy for Sussy players. It is down in the dumps. It's just pistols all around. And they need to sort of rethink how they want to play this map. I like how they've set up right now. They want to put a lot of pressure on mid. Akron Gold have not been watching that as diligently as some may think they should. So they're definitely going to try and get that lurk up.
Shutting down that the bonus round potential is huge here for Akron, especially with the scoreline as it currently is. But you look at both these teams kind of posturing towards mid. It's going to be the Sussy players trying to get any information, but Akron tucked pretty deeply in their sights for it now. It's a 3-2 split in favor of B, right? But Vespiral once again being the spy, being the information gatherer here, walking in onto the B site. Cursed may be aware of the positioning here of Vespiral. Vespiral just slowly into the before tiptoeing like the Grinch on Christmas. Don't want to get caught out by the Who's, but it is going to be the shot landed from Vespiral, setting the aim on the Sheriff. And Vespiral the second here. Vespiral opens up the B site wide for Sussy players. And they take great advantage of that one with the plant. And now it's a 3-on-5 retake for Akron.
And Akron still has to be very cautious of this mid place. They're going to manage to group up for this pushback onto site. And still a few weaker guns for the side of Sussy players. The issue is this position, it's so hard to clear out. There's util upon util if you want to break through. Donkey is going to find two with the Outlaw, and Kobe's going to clean that one up with a single pistol shot. What I loved that the Sussy players did on that round is they threatened mid. They threatened it in a way where it made OSU Scarlet, or not OSU Scarlet, Akron think that, hey, they're going to be pushing onto A. They broke this door. They're probably going to have one or two people posted up near A. It pulled away the rotation, allowed Vespiral to walk all the way up on B, open up the site completely, free plant in their favor, and now the tide has shifted towards Sussy players.
Yeah, the tide has shifted, especially if Donkey can get either an alt orb or a kill here. We'll have the Blaze Storm ready to activate here, really only ultimate close on the field for either squad right now. And now looks like we're seeing a bit of a fast push over on towards the A side here. Vespiral once again goes for the mid lurk. Gonna start walking in, trying to get some information for the squad. Maybe catch a rotation here from the defenders, but
it's you and me.
We are going to have the kill contract coming out here for Shamson. Final D10, but D10's gonna win that one out instead. Still, Sussy players finding the advantage on the site. Vespiral through the mid, gets the kill over on towards Kurtz on the rotation.
Get out of my
So now
way.
a 2-on-3 retake. We have the Blaze Storm popped. Donkey shut down instantly. D10 trying to bring back with 3 kills this series, or 3 kills here. But now it's just Shepard with the Sheriff in the 1v2. The plant's still not quite there for Sussy players. The Bulldog has to come with a clutch kill here, but Vespiral, absolutely no fear peeking that bridge area. And Sussy players up to their 11th round. And after, you gotta think that after that thrifty last round, there's gotta be some breaking here for Akron.
Yeah, Sussy players on that match point, and they want to go aggressive on this round. You can see Donkey, they could buy any gun in the game for this potentially final round. They're going with a judge. They want to get in Deaton's face. They want to show that they have control over this map. They have control over this series. And it's moves like this, plays like this. If they're able to win this round, it is a major boon against the entire team of Akron. A steel guarding comes in, no primary fire, and Donkey breaking into the site. Is he going to realize the position of Deaton? No, Shampton's going to be the one to pick that up, and the long-range judge helps do a bit of chip damage, assisting Noodle with that kill. Now it's Shepard trying to clear back towards A, Heaven side. Rogel there with him, a split push onto the site, 3v4. The retake needs to be flawless, and that shock dart is going to clear out so much space. Multiple flashes used, no push off that. And now, there's really nothing that Akron can do to enter in this site. Curse gets traded out. It's all in the back of Rogel. He needs to come in big in these final moments. It's the judge! It closes out the map. We've seen aces with it before, and it's what's going to send the Sussy players 1-0 in the series against Akron Gold.
And just like that, young fellow Sheriff there says, big dog gotta eat. And everybody, for Sussy players, look like a big dog right now. They are hungry for this potential repeat coming up in the GA Val tournament here. And now for Akron, you kind of like we saw for CSU White, kind of bounce that one out of your memory and not really think too much about that one. That was sadly, your map pick there, but Sussy are going to take us back to their map, and looking at the scorecards here, just domination all around. Vespiral, definitely the MVP of that defense. 3 first bloods, Donkey with a 4, and it just appeared that every single first pick would go the way of the Sussy players, just off their aggressive playstyle, off their positioning. And the one time they got it with with Shepard on that Sheriff, it looked really good for him, but just couldn't quite get it and prolong it throughout the series or out the map. So we'll have to see where we, in terms of changes, go on towards bind. This is Sussy players map selection. We will have Akron over on the defense first, but I talked to you after map 1 of last series, Coach War. I need you to go into Akron's comms now. I need you to tell me, and you can't use Bathroom Buddy again. That's
okay. I'm not gonna use Bathroom Buddy.
You can't be a one-trick pony.
No Bathroom Buddy this time. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. All right. I think that Akron came into this map with the expectation that Sussy players were gonna do a certain thing. They had got the VOD of probably the, I guess, most impactful map that the Sussy players played, their Abyss map against OSU Scarlet, another great team, and they were expecting a Cypher. They were expecting a Sky. They were expecting an Astra. And that's not what happened, all right? That is a complete shift. You got to realize that the Sussy players, they're a team that plays off vibes, they're a team that plays off energy, and they're a team that plays unpredictable. So if I'm Akron, what you need to do is you need to understand the composition they're playing and create protocols against it once you get into the game. You need to think on the fly for comps that have that vice, that have that clove. You need to understand those are really powerful players, but scout where they are. Be willing to flip the map. Be willing to run fakes and be willing to burn out the utility that the Sussy players are using. Akron, if they're able to play a bit of a longer game, play for more of the map control, they're going to be able to take control of this series and send us to a map 3 after bind. But we'll have to wait and see if they can even do that.
Speaking of sending, let's send ourselves to a quick break before map 2 begins over on towards bind. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Gaming Arena Valorant 3 continues after this.
And welcome back, everybody. If you're just tuning in with us now, you may have missed the last map or the last match. just a quick update. Sussy players are up 1-0 against Akron Gold. They are currently our reigning champions. They took away Abyss from the Akron Zips, and now we're going over onto the Zips map pick of Bind, a map that we haven't seen for all of the play that we've at least caught on the broadcast so far, Booney, but a map that I find to be very interesting. It's a lot smaller than Abyss, so I think this map, as the Akron Zips pick, will give them a bit more room to work with and more room to operate with. It's really good for those slow pushes, and it encourages quick rotations from either side to the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I personally love watching Eric Bind gets played. It's always lead to some pretty big action sequences here and there. Of course, like you said, with how small this map really is. We'll see if there's any change in terms of composition. D10 no longer opting in that deadlock atrium. Big sauce from basically all these everybody here. As Shamson will actually opt over on the Clove here rather than Noodle this time, but yeah, basically a completely new look for both these teams going in over on towards Bind. But the standout player for me the last round was definitely Vespiral. We'll see if they can keep that kind of performance up here. What I do want to see out of the side of Akron is, Shepard. And Shepard kind of seemed to be the one to kind of bring the team back from here and there in a couple fights. So you need to see Shepard step up once again over on towards Bind to really bring them back into a map 3 potential and not sell themselves home early. But I'll have to see what exactly is going on here. We have side of the Sussy players going to be on the attack first. Akron Gold looking for his defense and looking like a pretty heavy B lean so far for the attackers, but Donkey on the Yoru could go for a bit of scouting here. We'll see exactly what goes on.
Yeah, that can always switch in a moment's notice on a map like this that's so small, a map that has TPs, and seeing Donkey on the Yoru just excites me at this point in time because he can be so flexible. Probably going to send that gate crash out towards the back. And this is a big match for these players. Akron Gold on the cusp of elimination right now. Needs to take this one home. Needs to claim this as their map pick. And the first fight is going to be won by Shepard. Previously our Jet, now over onto the Fade pick and showing that it doesn't matter what agent he's on. He's aiming no matter what. Yeah,
I mean, just like I said, need to see Shepard step up once again for the team and getting the first blow. There's a great start for him. Going for the peak. Atrium not going to land the shots, but still going to hold on to their life. And like you said, Coach Ward's a much slower approach for him so far. And the fact they're staying alive, they're finding these kills, they're finding the rotates. This is just what they need to bring it back. Shamson will shut that down, however. And Shamson finding 3 quick ones with the classic. Might open things right back up onto B for the Sussy players. It was looking so good for Akron, but Shamson shuts that right down.
Yeah, and you talk about Clove on these pistol rounds. It's so impactful. You're able to get that extra life for each kill you take, and it's so powerful. The pincher maneuver is in as well, and Donkey's holding another angle. Curse needs to clear it, but he hears the footsteps from the other direction, looking the wrong way. Caught in a shock. And Sussy players, again, taking an early lead over Akron Gold.
And it's what a round there from Shamson there on the B side. Big advantage to start off for Akron Gold, but taken right down from that Clove. And look at a bit of a light purchase here coming through, actually, for a few members of the Sussy players, hoping maybe not follow the same thing they did last time, losing that second round, losing out on the opportunity for that bonus. See where they decide to lean here. We do have a couple going over towards Hookah on the defense, but I think it's just going to be a bit of a B longs hit here. For Sussy using the scout to open things up here. Clear out Garden, nothing there presently, and really no bolts either landing on that scout, getting the full time duration. Rare to see that. And now there's a full 5-man hit over on towards the B site for these Sussy players. Akron Gold has to rotate, trying to reclaim through Hookah, but still right now, site is clear and bomb will be planted.
Yeah, but the Sussy players, they actually don't have that much control of the site. Look at Atrium and really the rest of the side of Akron Gold. They have all this control on site, and if you're a Sussy player, you can really only hold back site, so the pinch can come in. You just need to win the gunfights, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Vespiral may fall, but now all in the back of Kirsten. Oh no, we're getting silly, Booney. The knife almost came through.
Yeah, we're seeing nice plays now, and we're just seeing the confidence exuding out of these players from the Sussy players. They're feeling themselves. You can definitely see anytime looking at Shamshin and Donkey have no reason to feel otherwise. A great start for them so far. Now, if they can convert this bonus, I would imagine those cameras might just... They might break the cameras, honestly, Ward. They might just jump and, like, punch it. I do not know. I do not want to take a fight with those guys in real life or in Valorant. You saw how ripped they are. Those guys are jacked. Like, I'm scared. I put the thing up there, too, so that next screen peek, I just want to see those guys. Like, this is intimidation.
Sometimes it's just the aura, you know? And hopefully
Absolutely.
the aura of Kobe is enough to clear out Curse, and that's exactly what's going to happen right there. A judge straight into hookah. D10 tries to get the exchange, but it's still a numbers disadvantage for Akron. And they're trying to fight back through this site. Shepard still left, kind of like a snake in the grass, hunting for any more kills. The rotation has been called. It's going to be a TP all the way back to B. The only issue is Cypher utility is still going to be there. So,
and the health pools as well. Look at Akron here, just fully healthy, walking into this retake potential. As Sussy players took a lot of damage coming out here. Noodle only 51 HP, and Kobe even lower. But Shamshin doesn't need health, just needs guns, just needs bullets.
Fight towards hookah as well. And Shepard's actually going to be able to clear out that judge, making it a 2v2 situation. Now looking for the angle, trying to clear out Shamsin, but no, he cannot find it. The heal comes in from Noodle to a 2v1 situation. Roggle needs to find a head tap, needs to come in clutch. The spike ticking down, and even though he manages to get one, Sussy players are still going to convert on their bonus as well.
Yeah, just too many angles to cover there from Roggle, unfortunately. Shepard is trying to bring this back here. The four kills on the board for them. It just seemed like whatever the team might need for Akron Gold, Shepard is there with a quick pick. Is going to be close to that. Or even close to the nightfall here, potentially a turn for them, but like you said, converting that bonus, looking at the buy for Akron Gold, it's looking really rough here, and Shamsin still holding on to that kill contract, ready to unleash at any time, should things get a bit dicey, but the defense here for Akron Gold crumbling at the seams, it appears, as once again, there's not really any differential in how they're playing this. It's just been a quick B hit every single time from the Sussy players, and they have yet to be stopped.
And the great thing about their composition, there's so much stuff to clear in through the Raze utility, the Yoru clone, Sky's entire kit, and you can actually throw the deadlock wall in from a distance if you want to just clear out the entire site. Now, Akron Gold left in a nightmare situation. This time, no players on site, no players even able to contest. Shepard's able to get one here for his troubles, but now just left up to Cursed. And when you're facing down the barrel of Shamsin, when you're facing down these players, you've got to be nervous. You've got to be missing some of those shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you're seeing plays like this being made. Just the athletic director just has to sit down. He can't stay in this gameplay anymore. He has to sit down. But again, Shepard once again trying to bring it back. Has Nightfall ready to go online. The buy is still there. It's a desperation buy for the side of Akron Gold. If they can turn this around, it has to start now. Being down 4-0, walking into the kill contract, walking into the Seekers. It's going to be pretty tough for them going forward, but you need to see players come alive like we did in the last map, like D10 on this Raze. And here we go. Once again, a quick B hit, but maybe D10 ready for it this time. Looks like they are just going to have 5 members stacked, or 4 members stacked over on towards the B side. The Seeker comes on out. Do we see a rotate now? Or do we just see the aggression coming through from Donkey once again? 4-4 on towards the B side. We still have Asa being held down by the Cypher, but Shepard still trying to find another one here. Nightfall still active, ready to go at any time. Do decide to use it now. A great Nightfall lands on all members, and Curse is there to clean it on up. That's a 3 for the Brimstone here in this round, but Shamsin is still alive and still around, and that is always a dangerous prospect.
Shamsin hanging on to their life when Aftershock is going to come in, clear them from this position. Util from either side, but Fast Bureau with the cleanup has the ultimate as well. Annihilation comes in and it catches. No. And that's game right there. They clean it up. It's already celebrations as the body falls to their feet, to their knees. Akron getting shut down yet again.
And I mean, after that first map, is there's 2 people alive for my team that I want. It's gonna be Shamshin and Vespiro. Like, these guys are going ballistic. Shamshin with the 10-piece already, extra crispy on that card. Look at that scoreline right now. And once again, one more buy kind of put together here for Akron Gold. They kept it closer, got down to the 1v1. But sadly, Vespiro's ultimate was just enough to take them over that finish line. And maybe bit of a change here. We see 4 on B. Do we see the Soul Reed coming through? We might see a 5-man push here over on the A site.
And all the set for utility is going to be cleared out completely. Dimensional drift in the face of Atrim. And you can hear the rotations coming through, but the site just completely free for the taking. Sussy players breaching their way in. Roggle, if he has anything to say about it, is going to keep this very contagious fight. And the Showstopper, utilized again, clears out Noodle's position, gets that trade in their favor. But Kobe still has Showstopper of their own, and that one's going to land on Cursed. So now 2v2 situation. Roggle with a grenade in their face. Now needs to win the 1v1 against Vespiro, and you just do not win those. You just do not win those.
Oh, Big Dog's gotta eat. He's letting them know. The wave to the camera. Vespiro, you have earned that stand up there, my friend. A timeout being called here from Akron. And it's just, there is nothing that they can do right now. There is just Soul Reed after Soul Reed coming through for Sussy players. And there's just I don't even know what you can do as a coach. There's just like, they're hitting shots. Like, there's just nothing you can do about this. If Vespiro's line up the crosshairs like this every single round, Shamson cleans things up, and the rest of the team just walks in aggressively and does their thing, Sussy players is looking dangerous.
And when your best bet, like your best hope is just gamble stack 4 on the site they've been hitting the most, and they just end up going, just situationally, to the other site, I mean, it's just such a boom to the mental. It's such a tough situation to be in. And you can see just the difference in energy between the two crowds. So excited for the side of Sussy players, and it's just so somber for the side of Akron Gold. They got to take another reset on their mental if they want to stay in this fight, if they want to not make this a one-sided affair.
Yeah, I'll see how I decided to go out here. They do have a couple ultimates ready to go here. That Rolling Thunder as well as a Neural Theft still in the pockets here. But look at this buy, very scrapped together. Just trying to bring any amount of money in the next round they possibly can, win or lose. And just really about as much money as you could possibly need in your entire life there for the Sussy players. They can just go jump off the map like they did with Noodle in the first round and still come back in the next and still have enough ready to go. But it's another just full-on B hit here. Couple through hookah, couple through B long. Rotate is called here from Shepard into the hookah. Atrium exchanges 1-for-1 with their life. Not too bad despite the golden differential, finding one. Welcome in position, but Samson is there right when the smoke dissipates, takes down that shot. However, Shepard with that sheriff through hookah is going to clean up over on towards Noodle. 3-on-3 over onto the point. Kobe very low. So advantage for Akron here in terms of the health, but the guns are still here for Sussy players. See how they go here. The smoke out from the Clove. We'll clean things up. D10 trying to clear out a hookah. And yeah, you're just seeing there's so many low players for the side of Sussy. And the paint shell is going to be enough there for D10 to find Kobe. But Vespiro through the wall makes it 2v2. And a long B rotation coming out here through Garden is being called. It appears that right now, maybe a little unaware, is going to be Sussy players, but they are marking down that Garden right now with the YouTube of Shepard through the wall. Finds that kill. Shamson trying to clutch up the air once again, but 93 HP might not just be enough. No bullets going for the shorty. Finds one, can't quite find the other. Shepard is there with a gun just in time for the pickup. They're going to finally get their one and get on the board as Akron finally stabilize.
Next time we'll use wooden sticks.
And sometimes, Booney, all you need is one. All you need is that one round to start the momentum, especially off of round where you didn't have the guns. You just had Sheriff Stingers across the board. It's a little bit of a boost to the economy. Sussy players still looking like they have a decently solid economy, but not one that can't be broken here. Looking at the buys on either side, Sussy players, if they lose this round and Akron's able to take it home, it could be the start of a comeback. It would force them onto a basically save or a half buy round no matter what. So Akron definitely looking to clean this one up, and they still were able to hold on to the cards that they needed. The Rolling Thunder, the Neural Theft, still a possibility.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a quick Neural Theft there coming out, try to know what side they're going to 5-man barrage, but Atrium kind of stuck over into the corner here, has that Cypher case to escape for now. No kills found on either side, but site is controlled right now for Sussy players. The great rotates are being called through right now for Akron Gold, trying to get all the members in line, coming through the defender spawn. Rolling Thunder over on towards the point. Well, I said a few members there just can't quite reach Kobe, but D10 can with the rifle. This player does find 2, make it a 3rd in response, but that will be a quick gunfight coming out there. The entire team just dissipating, just melting away under the pressure. And that will be Sussy players bouncing right back in the series. And look at this buy coming through from Akron Gold. We see a Judge. A couple Bulldogs is not looking too hot.
Yeah, the hero rifle on Shepard. Seemingly
if anybody deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, give it to this man. Has the Nightfall as well that they can use towards the point. The executions from Akron Gold on these retakes have just been subpar, to say the least. They haven't been able to make their way back onto site. You gotta think they want to hold up closer. The util use from Sussy players, it's so good. Seeker's already hunting the entirety of the team from Akron Gold. And more util to follow, more util to hunt down.
Rico will find 1, but in exchange out for 3 more in favor of Sussy players, as the hero rifle was not on the site. Still making its way down, but that deadlock wall will make things difficult to get on through for the attacker. Vespiral holding down every angle possible with the util, with the weaponry. Curse might try to look for a bit of a smoke play in here to get Shepard set up in position to potentially turn us around. It's a 2-on-4 right now. But you gotta think with how on the attackers here, yeah, that might just be a save from Shepard. Unless they think they can bring this back. Coming back, trying to find 1, breaks the deadlock wall, but yep, the save has been called, and Shepard retreats with the rifle.
The Sussy players are gonna want to hunt this. On this map, I don't know if you can hunt them down. You can TP back and forth. He's actually posting himself up near heaven. Maybe should have ran a bit farther away. Maybe gonna look.
Take it far enough. Take it far enough.
Oh, Booney, and that's the hero rifle. That's the chance they needed. I mean, sure, they can buy a couple more rifles this round, but it's not a complete one. It's not the one you need to unify your team. It's not the one you can point to and say, this is gonna win a round. I'm looking at it, and it's half shields across the board. You can do so much damage if you're the Sussy players.
Yeah, what we're looking at right now is just trying to do anything for Akron Gold. Sussy players, once again, looking to do that B hit once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We do see, though, the alert from Vespiro back towards Hookah. Ready coming on that one, but here comes the Euro clone as well as the scout to clear out this area of B. Shepard, though, will get the kill over onto Duncan, shutting down that Yoru early in the engagement here is a good sign for them right now. It appears, finally, a bit of an adaptation coming through from Akron Gold, pushing them back towards their spawn, but Shepard, a little too greedy on that one, finds 3 members looking straight down as Akron Gold are locked in the 4-on-4, and Sussy still pushing this B site.
An Alt Orb. Another one gained for Kobe. They've been farming these up throughout the entire round. The control over at least B long always going in favor of the Sussy players. So I'm really glad that Akron this round decided to take the contestation out from there. But look at the lurk up from Vespiro. They heard the TPs, but they don't know the position of Vespiro, and he's gonna take a number on the site and not just get a kill, but identify the location of D10.
Oh.
Now he's marked by Shamson, and the plant comes in. Reinforcements aren't there. The switch up was so good, and you have ults to fight with here. If you are the Sussy player, not dead yet, utilize, escapes out as well. And you also get the kill with the showstopper. All the cards just tumbling down in the favor of the Sussy players here.
Yeah, I mean, the Sussy players, once again, looking so strong, and the director trying to bring the team back here for Akron, trying to keep them engaged, trying to keep the mental up, keep the comms moving, but you can just see, like, there's not much lip movement going on right now. This team is trying to keep themselves in this tournament, And we do have a bit of a technical pause being called right now. We had an issue with a Sussy player's microphone. Probably blew it out from screaming too loud, but we'll have to wait and see what it's actually figured out. Okay, there's a quick fix. It appears that we are back and ready to go. So
maybe it's just like breathing on it too hard, you know, the
just
vocal
screaming too
muscles are
loud,
just,
yeah.
like, yeah, too soft. It just degrades over time as you just like keep screaming into it.
The ultimates are still here online though for Akron Gold, holding on to Nightfall, Showstopper, and Neuro Theft. But Vespiro, we saw the last time Vespiro used the ultimate, just clutched the 1v1 to get the 4th round or so for Sussy players. Just somewhere around there. My memory isn't exactly perfect, but looks like it might actually be once again a B hit.
And they've just been abusing this B site.
Who's next?
You're not even set up there if you're Akron Gold. You're just walking on. They keep control of Fuko. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
I
Pretty
didn't
good, baby.
He's just gonna leave.
The team, you know.
Sometimes you just gotta give yourself a mental check. Vespiro pulling down Hookah will kick down Shepard and Noodle with 2 of the back of this one. DT and the hero judge gets 1, but it might not just nearly be enough, as there's now a 1-on-3 on the point. Oh man, I just look at this guy. Like,
how do you compete? How do you compete? That's my question. I can't compete, me personally. Like I'm trying right now. I'm trying. It's just not even close.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm wearing the sweater right now. You don't want to see what's underneath, but
what? You're in a sweater too.
I said me. I said me. I didn't say you. I said me.
Oh, I thought you said I was in a sweater. I mean, okay,
Nah,
there is a reason why I'm in the sweater too. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no disrespect to the GOAT War, but now going in, speaking, we have a match to play. But we still have 4 ultimates here for Akron Gold. Should they decide to pop any of them? Maybe
Last
wait to
round
see.
Too. Might as well.
Yeah, just ult dump here. Try to get a 2nd round on the board.
Annihilation does miss. That's the only ultimate Sussy players did have. And
Oh my Lord Almighty!
Orbital dropped in, picks in favor finally of Akron Gold, and they still have a few more ultimates they can use. The Nightfall dumped as well. B site free for the taking. This time the retake is a bit different. Sussy players are playing very split up here. They're worried about a flank because they left A so quickly. They have no defensive util watching their flank. But in reality, it's a 5-man hit. All 5 players going straight in. And a trade for Shamson. That's not what you need when you're down in numbers.
But Vespiro,
the great equalizer, does not find it. And
Kobe can't land the shots. And Akron will get themselves on the board. You know what the problem was there, War? They went A.
Yep.
That was the only issue, obviously.
Push a button, save the day.
So maybe, like, okay, so hear me out. Akron goes B every single round and wins 13-10, right?
I like the idea, yeah.
Okay.
It only takes 1. It only takes 1.
That's true. Well, technically, it takes
Technically, it's going to
9,
take 11.
But, like,
but
or 11, yeah. My math is not
oh,
on
yeah,
today.
me and I win
Caster
Valorant
math,
with 11 rounds.
Yo, caster math. 11 to take the lead is what you need. Okay, or 9 to take the lead is what you need. Is what I was thinking, right?
Oh my Lord, it's confusing.
It's
You
hard
need
up here, man. It's hard.
Up here, we're in our bedrooms, brother. You're wearing a hoodie. You probably got some like nice athletic pants on. Got some comfy socks. Like,
I do have some nice athletic pants on. That's all I gotta say. Oh, okay, we got confirmation from the people behind the scene. It's 9 to take the lead, 11 to take the game for Akron.
The only one confused was
All
you, man. Why? Anyway, we're back into a game here. Pistol round is going to be engaged. Akron trying to bring things back here on their attack. Bit of a split on the defense. A 3-on-2 in favor of the A site, but that's the site that it appears Akron is trying to push up in here. U-Haul control right now for Shamson. Not letting through with this smoke, and still a nice slow approach from Akron, not wanting to give up another round here. They have to win, as we know now, 9 in a row to take a lead, and 11 to take the series and take the map. Well, not take a series, take the map, but you know what I mean. We've been here for a long time, and math is not my strong suit. I'm only an engineer in my free time, but I don't know what to say here, Ward. Looks like B might be the way to go for Akron as they try to push on forward, but the rotate has been called from Sussy.
Yeah, they're reading into this play. No noise made outside of A, nothing to really fake this presence, and 3 people kept over towards the backside of this site. D10, she's gonna jump in on that raise, but the picks in favor of the Sussy players. They're gonna flood back into this backside. And now it's all on the back of Shepard. I feel like I've said this so many times. Story that never changes. One dog to work with, 2 players to kill. What can he do in this situation? They're jumping over the top. He gets one. He needs to reset his position though. Picks up another gun. Only 2 bullets in it. Tries for that reload. And he's going to be able to find it. It's only 13 seconds on the card. The plant needs to come in. And Kobe's realizing that. Calling for a pause. Calling for a delay. Fakes the spike plant. Kobe's going to realize that's the case. And Kobe's going to bring Sussy players up to 11 rounds. And that's going to change the math. Maybe a little bit. 12 to take the game. 12 to take the game now is what they need. Or take the lead now.
No, they need 10 to take the lead. 11 to
surely
11 to win. No, unfortunately for you, you are incorrect once again, more. But
yeah, I'm just gonna stop saying numbers, okay?
Yeah, I think you just need to stop. Just say, hey, they need enough rounds to take lead, and they need enough rounds to win game. There you go. Just be general with it, my man.
We'll go with that.
Now, going in here, Sussy players kind of reading over on the attack from Akron Gold over on towards that A site. But Riggle will open things up pretty nicely there with a kill over on towards Noodle. So a good start right now for the attackers here, but a lot of damage being done to Akron Gold as Donkey finding 2. Still though, a bit of a calm in the storm is finally here. As an advantage for Akron Gold in a 3-on-2, but Shamson has the rifle in the back, but D10 does not care, has the classic in line. And now walking in with Kobe with a 1v2. Not a lot of health to work with for Akron. They have positioning over on towards the spike, but showers from Kobe is here. Is my man clean or is he washed? We'll have to see what Kobe's got up his sleeve coming out of showers.
Identifies the position, and D10 with the swing is gonna clean up. Akron now on the board on the attacking side, and that was on the round. They did technically buy up on it. They needed to win that round to really stay in this game, but because they had weaker weapons, definitely not a round they're favored in. Sussy players getting taken down means they have to go on to a full save. Akron Gold trying to keep this comeback alive.
Trying their best here. We saw Noodle whipping out the cellular device, trying to call in some help, calling some money, but Belly Sugar Daddy ain't answering the phone today. You gotta do with this half by there, my friend. Going in here onto the A site once again. It appears that might be the way they're going, but Shamson is there with the smoke. The scout from Noodle will let them know they're there, but Kobe with a double paint shell! Well, equalizing Reggie though with the rifle will respond right back. So we're back to even here, 3-on-3. Bit of a health advantage right now for Sussy players, but now the players are here for Akron Gold as Atrium takes control of U-Haul, but they do not clear the Spiral out of that area. A lot of artillery placed down here, but the Spiral
takes it. It's a 2v1 situation. The gun in favor, but the numbers for Sussy players are going to be enough to bring them up to 12. But Booney, I want to talk about that play at the start of the round. They utilized Gravnet, Metal, and the nade. They're saying, okay, Akron's had some success on A. We're just going to bank, throw all 3 pieces of utility in, and they catch 2 off the back of a really, really nice nade from the side of Kobe. Now, Sussy players up to 12, and the bye could definitely look better for the side of Akron on the round that they desperately need to win if they want to stay in Game Arena Act 3 Valorant.
Yeah, walking in here, stim pack over on towards the ground, but a lot of initial damage coming through over on towards Akron. Trying to stabilize here through some kills. It will be kind of back and forth here. Bomb Buddy finds one, and Kobe with the rifle finds another. Kobe with the third. Kobe looking for 4. And now, it's just Atrium in showers.
But it's a showstopper and an annihilation on the other side. There's so much. Even if Atrium wins this fight, which he's not even going to be able to do, it's all going to fall in favor of the Sussy players. You can see the excitement. They're going to be moving on to the winners final. They are going to be guaranteed a piece of that $875 prize pool that will be distributed to first or second. And they may have an opportunity to get either the rematch against OSU Scarlet or the chance to face off against CSU Vikings Green.
Yeah, I'll have to get an update over on the OSU Scarlet game, of course. In the meantime, we see some fist bumps all around, showing some respect for both these teams, of course. Akron go. As an update there, CSU Vikings Green taking a map advantage over OSU Scarlet, our number 1 seed in the tournament. We heard from Shooky that CSU Vikings Green controlled their game against OSU Scarlet, feeling confident they could take this home, and now going up 1-0 in that semifinal is a great look for them. You know, you hate to talk the trash on stream in the interview and then get swept or something like that, but the winner of that will advance to play the Sussy players, and the Sussy players looking strong so far. If we get the peak Sussy players versus the peak CSU Vikings Green finals, I'm all for it, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't get ahead of ourselves in either of these matches, but Sussy players really having no fall-off whatsoever in any of their games so far.
Yeah, and the thing I really love about Sussy players is just the vibes, the energy. It feels like no matter what they're doing, it's always just exciting. It's always electric for this team. Managed to pick it up. I'm really sad we didn't get to see their game against Marianne Tech Leaders, but we get to see them perform against Akron on 2 maps, and we will get to see them in the finals. But you know what else we're going to get to see, Booney? We got Shamson in here for the interview. Hey, Shamson, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How you guys doing?
Hey, fantastic.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as your gameplay, because that's
true.
That's peak, but
Thank you.
All I gotta say is, like, this tournament, it was like, I've been casting it for a while now. You know, I casted Act 2, and what I was missing from Act 2 was the interview with the Sussy Players player. I didn't get it on day 1, and now we finally got it today here at Booney. Samson, I gotta say, first of all, initial reaction to that match against Akron Gold.
Just wanted to really win. I have some past history with Akron. Used to play against them in collegiate, so always want to beat those guys. It's always a good time playing them too. So it was a fun match. But yeah, we were 3rd seed. Finished that. Didn't get what we wanted exactly when we went 3-2. We knew we were a better team than that. So we, this is where it matters. So I wanted to go out there and so did the team want to go out there and do really well together. And we want to win the whole thing. So we're giving it our all today, and yeah.
I mean, it definitely looked that way. It's just like we're seeing some different looks from the competitions as well. We're seeing, I need to talk about bind and just you guys pushing B every time on your attack.
Yeah.
Like, was it just because it's working, or was it just like, we're gonna have fun here, they're gonna not suspect this one? What was the call being like, should we go A? No, push B again.
No, if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or because when we're just going in there and we know we're the better players, we know we're the better aimers. If it's just get in there, get the sight, play good post plan, play together, we're gonna win those fights. We don't even have that. We didn't even practice before this LAN. Everyone's got their own lives, working jobs and stuff. So we're just going off what we can really do from playing ranked or whatever. We still got chemistry from last year, from winning last LAN a year ago here. But we're kind of just pugging it out, and we're going off whatever momentum we have, and then whatever we can get, we take, and we just go from there.
And talk to me a little bit. What goes through your mind? I know you and specifically Vespero were put in those clutch situations a lot. What's going through your mind when you're either up in numbers, down in numbers? If you want to call back to a specific situation, feel free. We saw all of them, and they all looked immaculate from your side of things.
Yeah, first thing we always think of is discipline. That's one thing yesterday we didn't have too much when we started playing, and we realized that, and proud of the boys for being able to adapt really quickly. And yeah, if we want to win the whole thing, that's all we have to do, because we know how good we are as solo players. But we still have chemistry from last LAN a year ago. So if we can just do that, stay disciplined, just believe in each other, listen to calls, then it's going to be hopefully easy for us to win. We'll see though. But yeah.
I'll do one last question here before we send you on your way, and it's not even gameplay related. I just have to know, we saw on the camera, we saw the flux, and we see the tank tops. Who has the biggest bench? Who's got the biggest max? I need to know of your team.
I'm trying to stay humble. I don't know. I think it might be me. We'll see, because we got some big boys on our team, so hopefully that intimidates the other team a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I have no.
We saw.
no
We don't.
idea.
I don't want to fight you in game or in the lobby. Like you guys would just kick my ass. To be honest, like
But in both places.
yeah, no,
Appreciate
in and out of
you
the
guys.
server. But again, congratulations on the win, man. And stay humble, but keep eating out there, big dog. You know, like that one guy's shirt says, "Keep eating, big dog. Gotta eat."
Yeah,
So
we love that shirt. We love that.
yeah, we'll see you guys in the grand finals, whether it be OSU Scarlet or Green team from the Vikings. And best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, with that interview from Shamson, I mean, you can just see the aura just exuding from this team, whether it be on the cams or in this interview. It's tough to top that.
Yeah, I mean, dogs got to eat, and they have been eating in, I think, more than one way, picking up multiple map wins, and now moving on to the final. They're definitely going to eat, taking home at least a chunk of this prize pool. And for the people at home, just so you know, first place is going to get $600, second place $275. So, Sussy players, they've guaranteed themselves a bit of bread already, but definitely hungry, still hungry for that winners finals.
I mean, we've seen, you know, their body types. They probably got a lot of calories to work with too. They got to be hungry all the time. I'm stuck on the wrong things here. Those guys are. But yeah, with that being said, I think we'll go set ourselves to a quick break and or going on to the other game. Let's just see what our producer has to say over in the chat here. We'll give him the call here on this one. I think I'm so ready to go in our semifinals game. But I think we'll go to a quick break and get set up in that other game. So do not go anywhere. The GA Valorant 3 continues after this.